super excited to get another shot at a playoff. This one's higher stakes than the first playoffs, the Stage 1 playoffs we got into. But I think as a team, we've kind of evolved over time. We've gotten more experience on stage. I feel like Stage 1, everyone was just feeling the water. And when playoff time came, we couldn't perform as well as we did before. But especially recently, we've been increasingly more of a clutch and clutch team, which means that we show up more in like moments where we're maybe not supposed to win.
I'd say it's probably the biggest match, the closest matchup yet in playoffs, hopefully. I think in terms of standings and in terms of how we both played last stage, we were both really good teams. Obviously, we had better map score, but they still, 7-0 the stage as well. They're a really good team, and I think this will be a good matchup.
I think we feel like we're the favorite, I think we're extremely confident, so our expectations are to make finals and nothing less.
I think Dark Horse is a really good way to describe us because we come into this as a 6th seed. We're on a 9-0 win streak, we're riding momentum. Dark Horse doesn't mean you're like a weak team or seen as a weak team. I just think with the way people have been predicting, they've been predicting we go either first round out, second round out.
I like that they think that we're an underdog, I guess. It's always good to be the underdog. Nobody likes to be the person that is the favorite because there's a lot of pressure on you that way.
Yeah, I think I go Anna. We'll step more. They don't have Doom.
I'm going here.
I think we're finding success in a similar way Shock did this year. We're trying to understand each meta as they come and figuring out our place in them. And right now I think we have good players for 2-2-2, but also for the fact that we can adjust to each different meta. Now we're today playing with Gator, and by the time this video will be released, it'll be more known. So Gator's like an insane Sigma, and I think overall we're just really good at adapting to each meta.
Yeah, well, we took that risk of starting to prepare for the new meta before we had actually locked in the top 6 seed heading into the LA homestand. So, a lot of teams that were not attending the homestand, or teams that had already sort of secured their seed for the postseason, a lot of those teams also took an early start that week on the next meta. But yeah, we took a big risk there. It paid off. We very quickly honed in on Gator. We had told Gator prior to that, even while he was, just with the academy team, we told him, hey, the moment Sigma comes out, you need to prioritize grinding this hero ASAP.
I think Sigma's a really strong hero. I think it's 100 pick rate pretty much. The hero can do a lot of things. It can, help in the front line. It can peel. It can flank. It's a pretty sustaining hero. So I think it'll be an interesting matchup depending on what they run.
I think when we played Shock last time, we were not as prepared. I think we overall as a team probably let the nerves get to us. But now I think we're a lot more prepared. And like I said earlier, I think the Atlanta Rain homestand was just really beneficial to us. And I think it matured us as a group. So I think as long as we just stick to our fundamentals and stay focused, we'll be good to go.
Our focus today is just probably going to be don't change anything. We're going to try to just play our game. We're definitely going to be focused on shutting down their DPS players. They have a lot of really good DPS players in that team. We don't know who's going to play and when they're going to play, so hopefully we can adapt fast enough.
Big day for Gator.
I guess the most important thing to stay focused on is to keep having fun and keep bringing it to Shock and not giving them too much respect. As long as we keep playing our game, keep having fun with it, keep being the aggressors, that'll be great. And I think the person that we should shut down on Shock most is probably Sinatra on the Doomfist, that most likely he'll play because he's a really good Doomfist. But we know how to kind of deal with it now at this point, and as long as we're aware of it and shut them down, I think we should be good to go.
Soon. Sinatra wants to drop in, but Choikoven no good. Tried to accretion Erstor as he knocked him up, and that's a second now for the superstar. looking for more. The Shock may not have much more to offer though, as they are already turned tail and running. And a meteor strike for extra damage on the chase down Smurf. He's done. Supercharged with a bit of damage on Baby seems to be preferred. It looks like he was hit by an accretion as he touched the ground. And in the meantime, Ursa and Dogman make short work of the Shock. Another for Ursa. And the Atlanta are back in residence. Just a bit of stall for the Shock, and that's all they'll have. The Shock took the point for just a brief moment, but now they're going to take it once more to stay in this fight. Great walk away, not a good sign for Sinatra. Striker as he backed out, and that'll be it. The Atlanta Reign starts strong in this quarterfinal. The Shock just got rocked. Gator, go. How do you, stop a rocket punch, man?
Ain't stopping that. You have a body block that goes on from Chayobin on the poke pose. It's going to be very difficult for him to get in touch. He gets taken out. Masa just throwing his body at the point here. It's a tremendous defense from the Shock.
Tremendous!
They'll get a full hold here.
Striker comes over the tracer, but Gator shuts him down. Gravitic Flux in that back corner, and Violet tentatively tries to put a foot on the point and keep it going, and Sinatra has once again returned, and he's got two! Three for Sinatra! Nobody can stop this man! He is just with the Dr. Rawdon. The Baby Bay's able to remove him though. Moth comes back in. Baby Bay getting slurped right now, but the Bionic Grasp was not enough to cut through the extra healing from the Coalescence. And the Rain hold off. They make it a draw in map 3. Sit down though. You got more games to play.
I think what's most important is, because it's a new meta, keeping our calm as a team and making sure that, because it's like a best 2-4, you know, like a first to 4, that we keep adapting mid-series to what they do, not just stick to our game plan. No, if they play really fast, we have to like be ready for their aggression. If they play really slow, we have to make sure that we make the plays on them, right? Like, it's gonna be all about adapting, and that's what I think is really big in a playoff setting.
Until that expires, and it has Dart's done. Striker gets rid of Master, but the Shock have lost Smurf here. They've really lost the battering ram, and Ursta's just doing guard duty around the payload, but Striker's able to come through and get 2 quick kills. He gets rid of Ursa and Baby Bay. There has to be more than that though, and it just isn't.
Have to use the sound barrier, and then you don't have it for the Gravitic Flux.
30
how Atlanta wants to combo.
Gravitic Flux, Gator! Had to be a sound barrier. Smurf able to stay alive, but for how long? The Flux also coming out from the Shock. Smurf is down. Master is removed. It's a 1-for-1 for Poke Push. Supercharging. Oh, they got the card! They got off the card! What? They walked off the card! Unbelievable!
The Shock are stunned!
마지막 리알토 그때 그냥, 그러니까 아직도 기억나는 게, 상대가 갑자기 뒤로 빠지고 아마 그 어서 보러 갔을 거예요. 그리고 화물이 1.2m가 남았었거든요. 네, 그 정도? 아무튼 그 정도 남았는데, 화물이 그 정도면은 그냥 바로 밀리잖아요. 그래갖고 화물이 움직이는데 그걸 딱 보고 하면 멈추면서 그 승리 뜨는 거 있잖아요. 거기서 이제 애들 다 소리 지르고 헤드 벗고 난리 났었죠. 네, 그 쇼크가 거의 지금 1위라고 막 평가됐잖아요. 막 그 해설진들도 거의 쇼크가 우승할 것이다 이런 식으로 다 찍었고, 저희도 강한 걸 하는데, 저희가 물론 뭐 좀 힘들게 이겼지만 그래도 이김으로써 자신감은 확실히 더 붙은 것 같아요.
A big part of our success is how much fun we're having as a team and how we're more cohesive than in previous metas. I think everyone trusts each other more to do their part in 2-2-2 lock than they did in GOATs.
I just feel like we learned from a lot of those map 5s and like those close games that we had. And you know, when we were going into those map 5s in the past, like we would kind of already be defeated. I feel like maybe not everybody, but it's like certain people, you know, in their mind, maybe they were defeated already. And I think, you know, once we actually became a team, which I date to like being at the homestand, that's when everything actually clicked. Ever since that, you know, we've all just never given up. We don't care if we lose a map. We don't care how fast the team caps a point. You know, you saw us against the Shock on Kings Row. They capped with like 3 minutes and we beat their time. You know, a lot of teams would just give up at that point and be like, oh my God, they capped with so much time. So it's just like the maturity of our whole team. you know, I'm not gonna go into direct strategy, but just know that like we adapted a lot within the series that we played against Shock, and I think that was the huge thing. Like I changed my play style on Reaper like about like 3 different times in that match, and just like busted out different styles just to see what was working, because Shock was adapting to the way we were playing, you know, and that's why you saw this map to map. You know, each map, you know, is a win for each team, right? So it was just crazy like that. I just think the fact that we were able to adapt, you know, and change our play style and, you know, just work together as a team, that's what led us to prevail.
I mean, it feels amazing. That match could have gone either way though. So like I'm super happy with the win, obviously, but like I don't want to get cocky from it because that was like just an insanely close series, right? And the first time that we played them in stage 3, it was also super close. Stage 3 ended with a C9 in their favor. This time it ended in a C9 in our favor. If we meet again in the finals or something like that, or a loser's bracket somewhere, I don't know. Who knows, maybe it'll end in another C9, I'm not sure.
Big slam, we'll just take down 2, then gets the uppercut onto Rhea. That will be the cleanup here. Absolutely massive combo there from the Atlanta Reign. Baby goes in, uses the Death Blossom, manages to find 1 as Bazzi does get eliminated, but at the cost of 3. Both supports gonna go down. They get the pile driver in onto the point, this Pokpo, but he needs to last. He needs to buy a lot more time, and I don't think he's gonna be able to do so. He'll get finished off here in the end by Godspeed. They clean up Gator, and that should be OT ticking away for a 2-0 start to the series on Busan. Mortality Field is out. They do manage to take that one down. Now the stun's coming through, and already things look dire for the Spark. 3 kills. The way of the Atlanta Reign on the first push. Bazzi will drop down in the ice block, trying to buy a little bit more time. Dogman, he gets taken down. The bounce is there in the hallway. He gets finished off. Rhea gonna be frozen. They get the freeze onto the configuration tank as well. The cleanup is there from Erster. He picks up 2, but is that gonna be enough for them to get across that finish line? Still have to clean up 4 members of the Spark as they come back in with these respawns. Throws down the Blizzard. Not gonna be able to find too much, but Godspeed, it doesn't matter. He's still set up on the cart. He is still untouched. They finally get the freeze, but the Bionade goes through to try to keep him alive, and they manage to do so. He goes into configuration tank to try to finish him off. The 2 for 1 on the final shot. Masa and Gator get knocked out of the park.
IDK is buying so much time here. It's actually insane.
We're right there in the front. Will get taken down. They get the push back, but oh, baby, he gets sent straight into IDK with the Death Blossom rolling. Not the setup that the Spark were looking here for the defense. Baby Bay finally finds his pop-up moment here in the 11th hour. They get the cleanup. And with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining, you can see that sigh of relief come out. Next time, Dogman, Baby Bay gonna be gone. Godspeed's here on the Widowmaker. He's taking shots at Gator, chucks him down to half. Rio, both gonna be taken down. No tank line here for the side of the Spark, but now, no tank line for the Atlanta Reign. Dogman, he's alive, but he's not there. They're not close enough. They cannot tag in. They cannot deny this attack. They bought so much time. It looked like maybe they could turn that around, but instead the Hangzhou Spark persevere. They come out on top, and now they're at match point. Dogman napping up on the high ground. The bio grenade wakes him up. And they finish him off. Cart gliding forward. Can anyone tag in? Gator now going down. Pokpo tries to make his way through. Instantly gets frozen. The wall comes up, but that is it. The curtains have been shut on the Atlanta Reign. Hangzhou Spark, they take Gibraltar. They take the set.
4-0 here. An extremely one-sided affair and a tragic end to what was a great postseason for the Atlanta Reign.
I mean, at the end of the season, I think I was a little bit disappointed with how we played, like with how we placed, because I think we could have placed higher. But I think upon reflection, you know, I think we did pretty good. I think I agree with everybody. We did really well for the season for sure. Anything in like making it past round 1 in playoffs is pretty good. So I think overall we exceeded, you know, expectations for how rocky things were throughout the year, with, you know, getting a new player in Baby Bay and then in Fried. So a lot happened, and I think for how we did, especially in stage 4, and overall we did really well. I think getting top 6 compared to, you know, where we were mid-season, was a pretty big feat, and I think going into next year, we have a lot that we're building off of that can help us place better next year for sure.
일단 리그 처음 경험해보고 드는 생각은 일단 확실히 컨텐이랑은 다르구나를 일단 느꼈고, 더 열심히 하게 된다는 점, 그걸 느꼈고, 일단 성적은 솔직히 생각했던 것보다는 그래도 더 높게 나온 것 같고요. 그래도 좀 부족한 점이 많았는데 이 정도면 잘했다 생각해서 만약에 좀 더 보완하고 한다면은 더 높은 성적을 바라볼 수 있을 것 같습니다.
You know, it was a great experience. You know, I'm really thankful for getting the opportunity to play in the first league, you know, in Overwatch League, and I think I took away like a lot of, you know, like characteristic stuff like that, like which helped me improve as a person and like just like as a competitor, stuff like that, driving and the challenge in total. Like the league's just like challenging and people underestimate that, and even I did, and now I see like what it really takes to, you know, play at the top.
일단 이번 연도에 오버워치의 최대 리그인 오버워치 리그에 와서 되게 기분이 좋았고 그만큼 더 열심히 했고 좋은 성적도 처음 시즌인데 좋은 성적도 나온 것 같아서 기분 좋은 것 같아요. 일단 저희가 그 스테이지 도중에 되게 분위기가 오락가락하는 팀이었는데 그래서 그래도 잘 정리되고 마지막에는 좀 분위기가 많이 좋아져가지고 그 팀 합이 되게 좋아진 것 같아서 그래서 좀 마지막에 좋은 모습을 보여줄 수 있었던 것 같아요.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think I just like really let it end there. I think I'm gonna let it end there. You know, like my time with the Shock is done, and you know they helped me out to be where I'm at now. And now I just want to focus on, you know, the coaches that I have now because they're phenomenal. You know what I mean? So you know, I gave a little respect to, I gave like my respects and my dues to, you know, to the Shock coaches and the Shock family. But it's all about the Atlanta now, baby.
My first year overall was way more than I expected. I'm glad it was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. I thought it would be too serious, and I was really hoping it wouldn't be like that. Turned out it was more fun, more team-oriented, like a regular sports team would, you know? The team having fun, hanging out, all that stuff. So it's definitely exceeded my expectations.
Overwatch League was always a dream of mine ever since it got announced. And to have that dream finally, you know, be concrete and, you know, something that I actually achieved felt really, really good at the beginning of the season. As time went on, I realized that it really is my dream job, and I was very, very happy to be here. I love what I do. I love playing Overwatch, and I'm extremely excited moving forward.
이렇게 팀원이 계속 바뀌고 하는데도 불구하고 생각과는 달리 또 높은 그래도 성적을 냈다 생각하기 때문에 일단 이번 시즌은 저는 만족하는 시즌이 되는 것 같아요.
I'm looking forward to just continuing the build on what we have already been doing all of this season. You know, like I feel like the team that goes all the way will be the team that keeps sort of improving incrementally, right? And like just never giving up. We've learned a lot this season. We're continuing to learn, and we're continuing to improve in every aspect. So I'm hoping that what we can achieve next season will be all the way to first. And I think we're on the right trajectory for that. And in the same way that I think like what happened with Shock last season, where it was that same kind of trajectory, and then heading into this year, I mean, Krusty and all the players over there and everything, they just did an amazing job, right? We're kind of hoping to do the same thing here, that same sort of path. We're trying to follow it with the Atlanta Reign.